And we're gonna be playing some classic Resident Evil. Oh no. Nothing like playing this game at home in the dark at midnight, right? Sit down, cuh. So this is pretty much Resident Evil 1. It's the remake version, pretty much the GameCube remake version, but HD'd. So I'm just gonna call it Resident Evil 2015. Got to play a bit of it today. It's pretty cool.
Resident Evil.
I haven't beaten the game yet, but I'm gonna try to start from scratch. Let you guys watch me play. Alright, so questions. How do you like your games? Like climbing a mountain, fulfilling but takes a lot of work. Number 2, like going on a hike, good exercise but not too strenuous. Number 3, taking a walk, you can relax and enjoy yourself. Well, I like to play Resident Evils on the hardest difficulty. It's just how I like. Chris Redfield, you can pick between Chris and Jill. Also, what I noticed is they got their BSAA outfits as well. But we're gonna go with the classics, and we'll be starting off with Jill Valentine. Let us begin. I'm gonna show those zombies a thing or two. 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Found it yet?
No, not yet, Brett. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten.
Apparently not.
The Bravo Team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo Team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin.
Gross.
We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare.
On Elm Street. Chris, you be wildin' out, cuz.
Chris, this way. Damn it! Make for that mansion!
enter the survival horror. I think back in the day you used to say enter the world of survival horror.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
It's Luigi's Mansion.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no. You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her. Chris and I go back a long way.
All right. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Stay sharp. A dining room.
Alright, so. A picture of 2 knights striking each other. The short sword has been thrust into the breast of one knight, while the long sword has pierced the head of the other. There's a lot of art in this game. And a lot of creepy
I think you'd better take a look at this.
depictions.
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
Oh, you know, I just
Barry.
dabble my fingers in blood, you know. That's how I examine blood. That's what they taught me in class, you know, when coming up on crime scenes. Just touch the blood with your hand. It's maybe Barry's examining the bloodstains. Maybe nothing about bloodborne pathogens. Screw that. I got this stuff. And this scene scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. Less quality on the PS1, but still pretty creepy. At least the black guy did not die first. Well, nothing to see here. Guess I'll be on my way.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it.
All yours, pal. With your 3 shots from your magnum that barely did it. Or did you?
What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing.
Ken Knapp
Let's report this to Wesker.
from Connecticut. Ah, here, right here. It's an old typewriter. If I had an ink ribbon, I could save my progress. And the only movement is the silent flicker of the candles flame. This right here is an ink ribbon. I will not be grabbing any of these this game. But that was a classic way of saving the game back in the day. And what we just witnessed is that zombie make its escape back into the other room after killing him. Maybe to chew on Ken Knapp from Connecticut.
Wesker! Jill, help me look for him. Let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
Alberto Wesker. Better finish searching the hall first. And pretty much if you run to any room, that's all I'll keep saying is better finish searching the hall first. So yeah, Jill has this thing where I'll tell you in a minute.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay, then. I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
You used to be Catwoman back in the day.
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
You say so. So, the thing I don't like about this game so far, when I've been playing it, a woman drawing water. This woman drawing water. Nah. It's when you switch camera angles, depending on how you're controlling your character, like your joystick, the movement of your joystick, it'll get a little frustrating because like you'll change direction abruptly, depending on pretty much your control. Not really your controls, but more so like when you're just holding down the joystick in a certain direction and the camera angle changes, so you might slightly move it. And if you do that, then it'll send you in a different direction. An area picture of the mansion. So you'll see me doing some crazy things in my movements. Emergency evade. So I picked up a defensive weapon pretty much. Defensive weapons are good for when you get grabbed. You automatically use your defensive weapon when you get grabbed. I'm going to try not to get grabbed here, but as I said, controlling is kind of odd. No, it didn't work. See, I almost did it correctly, but due to the camera angles, it kind of messed me up there. But yeah. Other than that, the other thing I don't like about the controls is, like, in the newer Resident Evil games, there was like a button that you could hold down so that you can run. But in this one, you mainly run by tilting the joystick like further in the direction you want to go. And sometimes it doesn't really work out the way you want it. And you end up walking in times where it would be wise to run. The corpse of your comrade Kenneth. It looks like he's holding something. It's a film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on it. Yay. Corpse of your comrade Kenneth. Looks like his throat's been torn out. You killed Kenny, you bastard. Those darn pesky zombies killing my pals. Corpse collapsed on the floor like it was an instant death. What the hell happened in this mansion? Beats me, yo. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's just the main, my main problem only is just a bit with the controls. Other than that, I enjoy this old school Resident Evil. It gives me a nostalgic feel when playing. Oh my goodness. Sometimes my control acts up, and then I start aiming up. Alright, cool. If you're not sure if a zombie is dead, just aim again and she'll point at him. And that'll confirm whether you got the kill or not. Pretty much, there's not too many differences from this game, from the GameCube version. Examine item. Pretty much that explaining when you pick up an item, it's probably in your best interest to examine it. sometimes when you examine items, you'll find out that it's more than what meets the eye with that particular item. And it might be something else that could be like a key to opening up something. Full clip a day keeps the zombies at bay. That's what Grandma used to say. Of course not. The only reason I noticed is because when I was a kid and I seen somebody playing this for PlayStation 1, one of the first things they did when they got in here was knock this over. And it's just stuck with me every time I play Resident Evil Part 1. When you're upstairs in that area, just knock that statue over and there's an item that you can get later on. Alrighty. Goodness. When I first played this game, I had no idea that was a room. I just got lost running around this mansion and then just accidentally stumbled upon this room, just pushing A everywhere I went. Tombstone engraved with a picture of an angel. There's an indentation in the shape of an arrowhead. What do you know? I have an arrow. Examine arrowhead. Looks like it can be removed. You remove the arrowhead. And bam. The strangest keys are utilized in this game. Stone statue with a hole where the eyes should be. The stone statue with holes where the eyes, nose, and mouth should be. The stone statue with a hole where the nose should be. The stone statue with a hole where the mouth should be. I wonder. The book is fitted perfectly in the indentation. Will you take the Book of Curses? Sure. Following inscription in the is carved in the indentation: an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Oh. That sounds nefarious. I might run into this zombie. Crap. I hate you. Get out of the way. Yeah, sometimes the zombie's like not anywhere where you can run into him, and sometimes that guy is. It's all just a gamble running up there. Alrighty. So, as I stated, it'd be in our best interest to examine items. And what do you know? There's a key on the back of this book. There's a lot of locked doors in this mansion. Book of Curses. The Four Masks. A mask that speaks no evil, a mask that smells no evil, a mask that sees no evil, a mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all four fall into place, evil will awaken. And that is the Book of Curses. Thank you, Evil Dead. Wonder what's in here. Wonder what's on the other side of this door. Oh, best believe, darling, you don't want to know. better knock it off, little fella. Before Mama say knock you out. Picture of the mansion suspended in darkness. Darkness falls. Darkness, brother, darkness. Sure, don't mind if I do. Scooby-Doo, computer blue. Lockpick. Oh, the good thing about playing with Jill is she has that little lockpick, and she doesn't need to, like, Chris, he cannot use like a lockpick, so he'd have to pick up these keys. There's like a bunch of little mini keys that he'd have to pick up called O keys, and that pretty much just takes up space opposed to having a lockpick. I forgot what Chris has in particular that makes it more convenient for him than playing with Jill, but maybe he just has more health. Who knows? What would have been cool with this Resident Evil is if they added like an element from Resident Evil Deadly Silence to it. That's like the Resident Evil for Game Boy DS. It was pretty much the first Resident Evil for PS1, but placed onto the Game Boy. But they had this multiplayer option where if you had 3 friends who also had Game Boy DSs, then mother lover. He's like, I was just waiting in here for you, my darling. You know, because before I died, I just felt like taking a bath in my clothes. So, that's what we do nowadays. Delicious. Anyway, as I was saying, the Resident Evil for Game Boy DS. It had like this multiplayer option where it was kind of like I think a battle mode. I never got to play it myself because I never had anybody who lived near me who also had Resident Evil for DS. But it was like pretty much you and friends could like run around the mansion and kill monsters. And I guess it was like a score base. Whoever had the highest score wins. I'm not quite sure exactly how it went, but it would have been cool if they had had something like that for this Resident Evil. In a nice room. Makes me think of sandwiches. Anyway. Dagger. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mike. That's not right. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. Oh no, not the double crap.
Oh God, what did I do now? Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill! You in there?
Barry? Get me out of here! The door's jammed!
Stand back!
Good thing you didn't happen to shoot her in the head.
Grab
or
my hand!
anything, right? Then again, if it was the other way around, I might have accidentally shot Barry. He would have just so happened to be walking by, and the shotgun blast would have went through the keyhole and may have killed him.
Barry!
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Oh, God,
Really?
God.
Thanks. But Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to find other clues? I'm glad and all, but why are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Thanks, Barry. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
Word to your mom. Like, let's split up, guys! Yes! Absolutely! Well, find out what happens on the next episode, kids.